Testing audio. Okay. Well, there we go. Let me get some coffee. You're my fancy. I don't fucking like you. Sorry, let me get some water. I don't care if I'm wasting people's time. I don't, not anymore. Alrighty. Testing. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Alright, I'm not sure if people can hear me very well, but it's okay. Good morning. Oh, I forgot to get my coffee. Hold on. Alright. Hello. So, we're gonna run some games. We're gonna kick it off into competitive, per usual. I know I'm low rank right now, but it does not matter to me. Because I get to relax nowadays. I don't have to worry about it so much. Let's try to... excuse me. Alright. Okay, maybe that's a little bit better. Okay, so what we're going to talk about is like the flow state and the dark arts of astrology, and you guys are probably wondering what even that means. And I guess it's pulled verbiage from like Harry Potter and astrology. I don't really know where I'm going with this one, but point is living in your day-to-day, you're going to see people act and behave in accordance to their programming, and Rocket League is a simulator to try to mitigate some of those issues that you may be seeing. So for instance, we can talk about the flow state. Flow state, you can tell about people's aggressiveness, people's willingness to try to obtain some sort of possession. So I don't know if you've seen this, but I've seen a couple people chasing already. Everyone's moving pretty fast, everyone's kicking the ball, not really maintaining possession. And now I can go in for some move. I kind of want to stay away from the battle a little bit. The battle of control. So this is how you control the scenario, is by not controlling the scenario, if that makes sense. And it may be a relaxed state, but I can assure you I'm having to think pretty hard about some of the moves that I'm making. Like, look at that little friendly bump there. It's like, you know, if I wasn't there to block that guy, he would have been driving up there, and we would have had just me to rely on for defending. And see, I can already tell that these people aren't really paying attention. Paying attention is an afterthought for these people. And you can tell because he says sorry after he bumped me. Almost got there. Was he on back? I'm not in any rush to make any goals. So how do you look at the dark arts, and what are they? The dark arts is the collective state of being that you're gonna see, you know, competing against you. So obviously we are in a lower rank. That means that I don't really know exactly what type of players I'm going to be getting. I mean, you could say that for any rank, to be completely honest. But you know, when it comes to this rank, you know, the diamonds and the platinum ranks, you're going to find people who definitely chase a lot. But that will happen in every league because people's emotions are different at any given time of the day. Typically, the better you are at maintaining those emotions. Yeah, see, great pass, lovely play, but he, you know, wasn't considerate of anyone else on the field. Still not considerate, so he has no intentions of playing as a team. He basically just wants motion around him and his lifestyle, that Cerrone guy. Which is probably just his emotional state. You know, he's not wanting to be considerate of anyone or anything. But he definitely puts a play on the team, and he has not realized that he is messing with people. So this is how we show that, you know, we're kind of upset. We kind of play around. So this hopefully will jog the memory and the minds of those around me, and I know I got one of them right there. He pulled back. It's the Cerrone guy. He's the teammate that's causing us all the issues. And I'm just gonna continue to mess around because I don't really care. I honestly want a goal to happen on our side, because that's going to show that that I have been available the whole time and no one's passing me the ball. Watch Cerrone go up against 3 people again. And I'm not going to bother. And that's probably Cerrone right there. Oh, yep, they're both upset now. Because they've wasted all of my time. And I'm going to forfeit because that's good sportsmanship. So, when I'm playing games, sometimes I stick with it if I'm, depending on my mood or whatever. But in reality, when a game is over and it's the last little bit of the game, I've even seen this in NBA and football, not American, or sometimes even American football, but in a lot of sports out there, and it's very indicative of not just sports but also business. Any interactions with other people, you're gonna have to keep a head on your shoulder at all times, and you don't really know if you're going to offend people. Look, we're playing with GDI again. Okay, so look, nerd right there. Do you see how he just pulled that little stutter? You see how he stopped his car and then he continued on with the play? That right there is a sign of responsiveness. And when you are responsive to the play, that shows that you're using your brain and you're not just trying to chase and go for control. Control is a huge part of winning games, but it's not everything. In fact, many times a lack of control gives you more control. And what do I mean by that? It means just proximity to the ball. And the ball can be a representation for anything. It can be basically a goal or a object. So in life, you're going to be looking at your goals and your objectives, and you're going to want to try to chase them, and sometimes the closer you are to it, the harder it becomes to get. Right? So, you could say, who has control over the ball right now? And you go, well, those guys on that side of the field do. Well, technically, yeah, they're the ones touching it, but because I'm standing in the position that I am in, I technically have control. And that's how it's done. I wait for the ball to get close to me, as I've had control the whole time, and I take it in. You have to know when to play your position. Okay, that guy wanted to go for kickoff. Normally right doesn't typically go, but I let him, and thankfully he stuck through it and he didn't pull off like I did. But I don't always like to compete for the little things like that, because it doesn't matter to me. I've played enough Rocket League games to be prepared for a lot of different things. So we could talk about astrology and how that plays into an effect. So right now, I just got in a confrontation with my brother this morning because he sent me a nasty message. He says I should be a Peloton coach, and I've never ever had a desire to be a Peloton coach. It's just that's what he wants me to be, because he doesn't see potential in me, or thinks that that's all I'm good for, or maybe that's his dreams and desires, and he's mentioned it to me before, and I have no interest in being a Peloton coach. Sorry. Coaching is something that I can do because I have the skill sets for it. But I don't always want to give away my information either, because my information can be a catalyst to the world. Because the better you are at people skills, the better you are at doing anything you want. So look at this. 3 goals. Have not been chasing the ball whatsoever. I just try to stick back as much as I can, and I'm making goals, and that's how you do it. Didn't want to get first touch. That's fine. See, that guy GD is getting a little excited. I find that the better you are, the higher chances you have of touching and hitting the ball at any given moment, because you just know the distance is needed. in order to make those plays. But just because you can doesn't mean you should. In fact, many times you shouldn't. And that can also improve the longevity and stamina of the play. So, and I see this with acting all the time, and for good reason, like, let's say, oops, I missed that one. Let's say you're a female and you want to be an actress. Obviously you have, being pregnant is, something you should worry about and you have on your mind, but I see a lot of people will go and try out for a million different movies, and it kind of saturates their presence in the industry. And if you're not careful, other people will use and abuse everything you are and everything you can be, and they'll take it for themselves. So you have to be vigilant in letting people make those decisions for you. Well, let's give an example. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, a very famous actor. He's got one move, and that is the buff guy. And I'm sure he can handle that because he has handled it in his life a lot. But the sacrifice is it comes to where no one really knows who the guy is because everyone's coined him as this physicality, and no one will ever not see it that way. And it's a real shame that we kind of behave like that in society, because it really limits our creative and intellectual capacity to look at life different. So it's like, who's to say that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson couldn't be in an accountant movie or something, and it would depict a character very unique to the struggles of life, which is what you see isn't always what is expected, or all those types of things. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, when it comes down to making life decisions, you have to have a really open-minded dialogue with yourself. Like, for instance, I post a lot of things on social media from time to time, and I hardly get any interest or likes. And ultimately, I know it's because other people don't like seeing me as myself. And myself is open to a lot of different things and not shy. And I get mistaken quite often, where people will presume I am one thing when in reality I'm something entirely different. And it's quite funny because I have to deal with the repercussions psychologically, because other people aren't willing to give me that sort of effect in life. They're not willing to cooperate with my psyche because they might be feeling They might be feeling threatened in many ways by some of that. To continue with that talk, like, for instance, if I am trying really, really hard in Rocket League, really, really hard, I know that what will end up happening is other people around me will try hard, and they'll try very, very hard, and they'll do what they can to stop me. So sometimes, like, look at that. That guy just, like, the guy, obviously his play worked out for him, but did you see how he just committed to hitting that ball towards the wall? He went very aggressive towards the play that he thought would work. And he was right, but in many scenarios, that's not always going to pan out. So you have to kind of look at the actions you're making and try to understand if what you're doing is causing more harm to yourself than good. Like work smarter, not harder. Like, okay, that guy took me out of play, but I knew I was gonna kind of get back into play over on the right hand side, so it was like a okay move. Could have been there for the play, but I chose to stick back. That guy went for it, and he shouldn't have, but I guess he wanted to steal that play for himself to learn something new. See that patience right there? That is a good player. Oh, look at that. Look at those three people all together right there. Triple commit. And I pulled off, ruining the play. Ah, I did get the boost. Yeah, so let's talk about trying harder versus trying smarter. Watching position plays, watching where people are chasing, like for instance, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, both considered the prettiest people on earth or something like that, right? Do you think they actually like each other? My guess is probably not. You know why? Because they've been chasing that residual feeling of superiority, or forced to be in that position based off of other people's input, right? So you have to be careful about things that you listen to, because everything still needs to be up for you to decide. Because I can say whatever I want about Angelina and Brad Pitt, but maybe I don't even know if they're dating still anymore. Anyways. Were they ever dating? Are they married? I have no idea. I don't pay attention to TMZ. Another advantage of being a little bit more patient is you're going to get a lot more ball control. And how's that? Well, look at all these guys just going for it, and they're chasing the ball. And you think that's the fun part of the game, is touching the ball, but the fun part of the game is making goals, right? So keep that in mind. Do you want to touch the ball, or do you want to make goals? Oops. See, so he thought, yeah, that Vinny guy is a little lower ranked than me. If you want to do some cool things, oops, I missed that one completely, probably because I was in the middle of talking, but if you want to do some cool things, being opposite of where the ball is typically a good idea, because you're going to get the most actual possession from that. If I'm standing way over here, I know that what's typically going to happen is that ball will crisscross many times, and I will be able to receive that ball. So if you can detach yourself from the aura of excitement, then you're going to have a lot more control over that. Or in another aspect, if you want to take it even a step further, you can appear to be close to things, which will, in return, draw the fabric of the play to a different position. So like if I'm going to sit in goal, then instantly that's going to give a different vibe in the field versus if I was going to follow an opponent. And I hardly ever see this in Rocket League because it's just not a very common thing to do. But it is a play that I've used many times, and it does work very, very well. Which is, I'm not going to focus on the ball ever. I'm going to pick a random player, and I'm going to mess with them. Come on, one more. There we go. That's how you help out. So, like, if I were going to, if I were gonna go follow a player, like, let's pick that Noboon guy because he's on the left-hand side. So I want to pick this guy, and I'm just gonna fuck with him. Look at that. So I just fucked with him. Now I got the ball, and that's how it works, right? Because I instantly pushed him out of play. Could have made that shot, but I didn't. So now he's fucking with me, right? So now I know he's a good player because he's using his brain. And, well, I can also tell by his car. He's got an OG car. He's got that Batmobile, right? So I know he's an OG player and he's not gonna fuck around. Missed that demo. You know why I did that? Because I want that guy to not chase boost or ball or wherever he was going. I wanted him to be prepared for that rebound by our teammate. Teammate's going to take the ball by himself. A little too hard. Almost. You know, a lot of people will get in this habit of like only going forward or then slowing down and then turning, but there's not enough reverses. If you reverse, you will have some advantages that will not be expected. Because what it does is it takes you out of that flow state that everyone expects you to be in. People expect me to go for that ball, right? Well, I'm not going to. Because I'm going to wait for you to mess up like you did. Well, and then I guess I did too. Oh my gosh, come on guys. So yeah, and I see this, like, you think that just because I'm in platinum rank that this is an issue, but I'll see it all the way up to high champs. Actually, even past that. I even see it in RLCS. It doesn't matter because people will be you know, like up on the walls like this, right? And you'll be making pass plays, but you know, like, people need to be up on the walls in order to catch those aerials, right? So that's one thing that that needs to be said more. You know, how many times do you play a game and everyone's just always in that docile, chasey position? If you really want to change up the gameplay, like I have, I stick to the side of the wall, and I'll just wait there, and I'll wait there, and I'll wait there, and eventually that ball will come towards me. A player will be good enough to recognize that I'm sitting up there on that wall, and he'll kick it towards me for funsies, just to see what I can do. Right? So if that's that, I mean, that's a position that you can play, right? You know, and I you can do that in real life too. If you know, any type of, ooh, that's not good. That's a goal. Oh, okay, someone was there for it. There. I wanted to give that to my teammate who did not want to make that shot appropriately. A little bit of using a cardinal modality. We'll go over modalities here again, because I think that those are extremely helpful We got 3 modalities. That guy should not have hit that ball right there. 3 modalities. We've got cardinal, fixed, and mutable. Cardinals are the initiators. Fixed are the fixed signs. Okay, now that's a good play right there. Okay, missed it. It's a great pass though. Get that guy back over there. And then look at how I took over this position for goalie. I said he got bumped, so I bumped him back into his position, right? And then he got control of the ball, and we'll see if he finishes it. It was a very close one. I'm just gonna wait. Whoops. We're gonna go for him again because it's funny. Missed the boost, that's alright. Oh, what a flick. Oh, almost got there. I mostly missed that, not faked it. I was kind of waiting for that to get thrown into the back of our net. Alright, so, yeah, modalities, you starters, the holders, and the finishers, I guess you could say. I was delayed right there. And so you can kind of tell what's going on in everyone's mind. Anytime they launch for the ball, maybe in an unexpected manner, it's going to be a cardinal modality. Oops. I didn't want to pass it to the right. I actually wanted to go to the left. We got fixed. So like you can tell that Clicks right now, he's in a fixed position, right? Okay. He wants to save it, he can save it. Well, look at me going mutable because I went for that boost, pulled off the possession. Oops. Missed it. That's alright. I guess I gotta score a goal, so I gotta play more aggressive. Come on, up here, up here, up here, up here. No, don't go straight. You're not gonna make it. Jesus. All right, so if you're going for a pull away like that, you need to stop using your cardinal abilities, right? Your cardinal being you're looking for that quickest form of ball control by getting close proximity to the ball, right? If you do not take the ball and go for the goal, right? If you take the ball and you go to the side of the goal, like if you know there's a defender, and you have to get past them. You know, this happens in life, right? Get out of here. Make that, make that, make that, make that! Oh my goodness. Come on. Come on, guys. Stay up there. You know I've been defending. Oh, okay. What is he gonna say? Oh, yeah, I don't really care about wins or losses because I'm not playing legitimately. And you're like, what does that even mean? Like, I have no intentions of winning. I'm trying to narrate. and nor do I care about winning or losing. Oh, someone asked what rank I am. Right now we are in the I guess high plats. My max rank all time was champ 3, div 4. So I was just shy of getting grand champ. Really a burn kill on that one. But the grind, I could do it, but I've chosen not to because it's just it's too much effort. Like you need a full day in order to grind up to that level, and you need a lot of practice and all that kind of stuff. And to be completely honest, I played so much Rocket League, I just don't really care. The rank to me doesn't matter. The stats don't matter anymore because I've got like 15,000 hours. So to me, it's all just about having a good time and to teach to teach players, you know, how to play. Just kind of going for a little scare tactic there. So you can, yeah, I mentioned scare tactics. You can use scare tactics many times, and they work by just approaching a player, especially at faster speeds. You're gonna get them to lose their touch. Get there. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Nice shot. Okay, so scare tactics. You really like playing height, then plat, Gluckman. I don't know. Anyways, someone's trying to bother me in my lecture, I guess. Okay, that guy wanted to go for it. Go for it. That's just see. This is the the type of mentality that you get when you play in plat levels. You're gonna find a lot of people who think that chasing is the way to succeed. Many times, yes, you have to put on some sort of pressure, but in reality, that's not the case. So let's wait him because he's gonna kick it over to me. That's gonna be, oh, it's in. There we go. I could have saved it. I didn't. I wanted to see if it was gonna go in, to be completely honest. Why would you hit that? Jeez, Bump City over here. Alright, so we know Nefu's pretty okay because he's playing a little passive there. Lonely's playing a little passive. Look at that. No boost. Waited for the opponent to kind of help me out with that. It's not a pinch play, but maybe a double tap. Come on, get it over here. One more. Alright, you want it? Yeah, a little rusty this morning, that's alright. It's alright. That was my bad. I knew that bump was gonna get us screwed. Why did I go for boost? I don't know. Because I can. Wow, these guys are raging. Alright, so if... no, I'm not going to forfeit. Okay. Thank you, game. Appreciate that one. Alright, this guy, you know what? They want to forfeit. I'm going to be courteous. I'll be courteous. They want to forfeit. I could easily come back with 2 minutes on the clock, 3 goals. That's nothing. Kickoff goals. A lot of people, like, people don't do kickoff goals anymore. Like, the way I look at it is people are so caught up in this flow state that is presumed by not only Rocket League but society in general that they can't make different plays. So if you can just like do something different, I feel that you're going to be like 10 steps ahead of everyone else. You know, and honestly, the most productive thing to do is to analyze and use your brain, slow down, and you know, don't play as many. Like, try not to play so much in terms of trying to make plays. Like that guy, he just pulled Cardinal all the way, which was. He went for something and could not line up correctly with it. Look at that pass to my teammate right there, you know? Backwards pass to my teammate. Well, didn't get that play that I wanted, but it's alright. Finding people to have chemistry with is a tough one. I knew he was going to save it. I mean, why else would there be a goalie there, right? Can't take long shots if there's goalies, but I can demo. Passing back towards your own net is a pretty OG move, due to the fact that there's usually bound to be a defender if you're playing in twos or threes. Hopefully, you know, like people are. Oh shoot, that's a little too high. People are usually going to be defending, right? They're going to rotate back to the net. So if you pass the ball backwards, typically you're going to give it to someone who will be there. I want to get that pinch for him, but he's not being a very cooperative player, which is fine. He's making advanced plays because I know he's saving the balls that he should, right? Okay. We'll pass back to the teammate, see how that works. I say, hey, no, Frenchie, you're not allowed to have that ball because that's for our teammate. You know, you're going to give me boost, thank you. I'll get rid of that goalie for you. No. What a terrible shot that was. Alright. One thing that I think is very important for you all to learn, is, you know, because that's what Rocket League is all about. It's like Street Fighter, where you have like your certain moves that you need to know and master, but it's not like you get to know that combination key. So watching other people perform allows you to learn and harness a lot of their energy, and then you can fire it back at them tenfold. Get it, boys! No one expected it. Too advanced of a move. You Yep, still too advanced. It's like that's the downside of playing in low ranks, which I will admit is I don't face people who are nearly my skill level. So the amount of cool tricks and the amount of things that you get to see are just less and less because there's more consistent programming. Rocket League relaxes me for sure. I like it. To me, it's like going to a bar, and now I can see everyone's brains working. Where, in real life, I would be distracted by your looks, your clothes, what you say, all that kind of stuff, right? But in Rocket League, all of that stuff is dismissed, and I get to see your actions. And your actions speak louder than a lot of other things. So, to me, this has allowed me the capabilities. Yeah, look at that hit. Allowed me the capabilities of doing things that really just amaze me. I can tell all these people are a little new to the ideas of proper Rocket League playing. What do you think, you're gonna make that? Haha, we got people in ones. I'm gonna go get rid of that. Get the fuck out of here, bitch. He knew I was chasing him. That's funny. Oh, a little rusty today. That was a little mutable right there. Appreciate that play. Maybe fixed mutable. Meaning that he knew he was going to go in for that hit, but he was waiting until it was appropriate. Not a very good pass play, sir. You passed the wrong person. I don't know where you're going with this. Didn't want to help me out at all. He wanted to do it all by himself. That individualism is definitely lost in threes. I feel like a lot more people need to not play in threes. They need to play in ones in order to learn appropriate tactics. Because I mean, like, if you were playing in ones and you did some of the things you did that you did in threes, like what really happens, yeah, is this. People get anxiety and they make plays that they shouldn't. What is that guy doing? What is going on right here? So what I do is, or what I want to help people with is that ability to figure out that change a little bit better. Come here. Look at that bump. Come on, man. I'm getting like that ping issue. fan. Alright, so let's show you guys some different stuff. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stand up here, and we're going to see if the ball will come to us. My guess is it's going to be a while. I don't think people really see me up here. Or maybe they don't need to. Oh. Okay, that guy is offended by the fact that he thinks I'm not playing when I am. I can instantly tell what the emotions are in people's heads. So like things like that, where I'm hanging up on the side of the wall, we own goal, and then we score again. As you guys can see, that can lead to forfeits. So like let's say, and I really hate to say this, but psychological battles happen, and it can mess with people, and they will forfeit from their positions based off of a psychological battle. And as you become an adult, or more of an adult, you realize that the whole world is doing that, which is everyone is battling for their turf. What's their turf? Their turf is whatever their dreams are, whatever their aspirations are, and they're going to hold that tooth and nail. So sometimes you have to get them, in order to shake them off, you have to really boost their goals and their aspirations and get them to fall on their own sword, which happens many, many times in reality, and I see it time and time again. You know, and people use that psychological manipulation all the time. A lot of Geminis will use that, or anyone with Gemini aspects. I hate to say it, but they are psychological manipulators. They're not very effective, though. It's all vocalized, and so what they don't realize is the emotional impact that they leave behind will taint their success in the long run. Because people don't remember who you are or what you said, they remember how you made them feel. So, you know, my brother saying you should be a Peloton instructor, that was a dig at me. Blatantly. And he may disguise it in a nice format, but ultimately it's not. Ultimately it's a huge dig, and I've also seen him do it many times. Like he's made fun of cleaning people before, saying, oh, that's all you've done with your life, and really just some asinine behavior that should get him in trouble. But people also dig that kind of confidence, but it's all a facade. It's not real confidence. It's not real intelligence. It's fake. And I know it's fake. You know, my brother went to a really good business school, and I asked him one day, do you know the difference between Milton Friedman and John Maynard Keynes? And he couldn't tell me. And to me, I'm like, well, that's kind of macroeconomics 101 right there, buddy. That's like the history of economics, and you don't know that. You don't know the basics. And to me, I go, well, you don't really deserve that title if that's how you're going to be behaving and acting, by not fully understanding the decisions around you. Oh, okay. Double committing. One more! I did help out. That was a close one. I almost lost it for us. Nice shot. I'll give him a sorry just in case. Things like that don't really matter, but they do sometimes. Ooh, that's in net. Like usually when I hear apologies, that's an afterthought, right? An afterthought, like anytime anyone says sorry, Canada, it's like you're doing something that's bad, and you want to get away with it, and you're being passive aggressive about it. Like, and I've said sorry a lot. Like, I say sorry all the time. It's like, you know, a habit of mine. That guy should apologize for that behavior right there. Trying to make those shots when they're not his, right? Doesn't matter, I missed the ball. I knocked the opponent out of his way. Oh, you think you want that ball? I don't think so. Trying too hard, my guys. I'm gonna tell everyone that I don't care. Things like this can really mess with people, you know. Like, it probably doesn't happen, but if I was playing and I saw someone humping the goal like that, I would probably laugh pretty hard, and that would get me to not concentrate on the play. So if you know, if you're gonna sit in net, the least you could do is mess around with people psychologically, right? See, look, I pulled. Now these guys aren't even playing. That's how much of a psychological damage that I've done just within this little couple seconds. And this is why I'm not allowed to go play. Because I'm too good. You have to look at the little stuff. So things that I can also do is take a look at people's car color, and I can tell who they are. So we got a Virgo on the left, Aquarius on the right. So I know some fakes will be happening. I know. Okay. Yep. We'll see if they behave to their astrological signs. There we go. You gonna pass? Nope. You gonna pass? Dunk it, dunk it, dunk it, dunk it, dunk it! Oh boy. That dunk was a snail dunk, my goodness. I mean, the snail dunks work, you know. I just coined that term. I don't think that's a proper term, but just like a really slow dunk. Well, okay, I get it. You like bumping. Okay, this isn't a. These aren't plays that I'm gonna go for. I can tell. Still no plays. I don't see plays here that I feel inclined to want to participate in. This is dumb Rocket League, in my opinion. Then I'll sit here and I'll wait for them all to exercise their practices, because I just don't care. Alright, They got me from my position there. I mean, but they don't want to play as teammates, you know. So I can tell that none of these guys, like, it's so weird. When I think of threes, I think of a Sagittarius, and the reason why I think of a Sagittarius is because the Sagittarius does this all the time. They fire their little arrows, and they have no care, no clue as to what the damage is that they do. It's it's like lack of empathy, or okay, guess I got bumped. Lack of empathy or something like that. But yeah, basically it's like they enjoy the commotion without realizing the damages that they may be causing. So when I look at threes, particularly in lower ranks, but also in high ranks, I'll see a bunch of people just playing solo. Like, these guys want to play so badly. They want some form of control so badly in their own lives that they're willing to get on Rocket League and fight for it. Okay. I could say the same, right? But at least I have knowledge. Oh, nice shot. I don't ever get to see that very often. Usually I'm too skilled to take a dunk like that. That usually happens in higher ranks. Oh, look, we got a legendary nemesis. It's cute. You ain't a demigod, mother. I've got years more practice than you. It's trying to fake. One more. Alright. He wants to take it. Let him take it. And you may go, well, you're being a little boring because, you're not scoring goals, you're not in an offensive position, and I would go, well, the reason being is because I'm in a low rank where that stuff isn't really allowed due to the fact that people are so poor at their ability to play that that you just can't use those same moves. So it's like to me, I get the same amount of joy because I get to still play against people with Rocket League, but and if you play people at different ranks, it's going to give you a better idea of a general player overall, and just kind of like the styles that they're willing to put themselves in. So, like, I know in this platinum diamond rank, there's going to be a lot of aggressive players that will chase, and that will give me the ability to gather information about the distances between some plays because of the consistency, right? The consistency comes from people aggressively putting themselves in a position of chasing the ball. But as soon as you get to the higher ranks, you'll notice that every game can have a different speed. You'll find some people, right, who are like the players in plat and in the players in diamond, and they'll be speeding around the ball all the time, and they're easy to predict. And some of them, the really skilled ones, will use that skill set to advance themselves to a high rank. But the people who are in the high ranks, not in RLCS, because that's the championships, and to get there you have, that is another a parameter. It goes from like chasing. So it's like the wall is introduced in like gold, right? So by the time you get to gold, you're going to be driving on the wall. By the time you get to platinum and diamond, it's all about getting to the ball first. But it's going to ensue a lot of chasing, and you'll get into like a circle of death, which is like the ball is not going in anyone's goals. It's just going around in circles and circles and circles and circles and circles. And then you'll get to like the champ league, and you'll start to see some higher IQ plays. You're going to see people who will not drive forward all the time. You're going to see people who will maybe even implement fakes. You would think that as something as important as a fake, you would think that it would be utilized a lot more, and it isn't, which gives the fake even more power. Fakes are easy to do. Never drive the ball at the goal. You're going to drive the ball towards the side of the ball, or towards the side of the net, and you're going to stutter and when hitting the ball. I got there. Okay. Notice how I just pulled off of that whole thing, and I have no care whatsoever. Still don't care. The ball's coming back. Bump me! Yay! Yeah, the unfortunate part is I'm playing in Diamond or Platinum or whatever, and these aren't very exciting games, per se. Like, I enjoy the players, but honestly, it's, like, pretty routine for me. Guys trying to chase. I don't want to play with a kid who's chasing, so unfortunately. And you know he's a kid because he didn't stay in the net. My goodness, come on, guy. You know, when it comes to threes and me, my biggest recommendation is to try your hardest to never be around another player. And the problem is a lot of people will never pass to you, like Dom. But you know, you're gonna learn some things. Nope, you can't have boost. Ah! I don't know why I hit the A button there. So, if I didn't pull out and go midfield right here, Dom may never have been able to pass to me, but unfortunately Dom is not good enough to pass to me. Almost got there. Ball handling is more important than driving forward. I'll tell you that much. If you've never tried this exercise, I recommend never using boost in a game. And if you can start to win games without using your boost, you're gonna learn to be a better player. I tried to pass that ball back to him in an appropriate manner. Did not work so well. You know, and then, you know, even though I just used boost, it's kind of funny, but it's not like I told myself not to use boost, but when you have a little boost control, you know, you're going to be able to manage things a little bit better. You'll have better ball control, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Have you ever bumped someone continuously? That's always my favorite thing to do. Again, forfeiting, because that's sportsmanship right there. Fuck solo queuing, I'm done with threes. That's funny, because if I was to analyze his play, I would say that he's a Sagittarius right there, because you can look at his little thing. He's got a Sagittarius symbol. If he's not a sun in Sagittarius, he's definitely got a Sagittarius ascendant or something, and he's like, fuck threes. He's trying to put attention on threes, and he's quite literally playing as if he expects everyone to play independently and also with him instead of playing as a team. And I know for a fact, because he's just been he was ball chasing the whole game. He was making plays and some of his plays were fine, you know, like I look at it like you can't ever look at one play and be like it's a good play or a bad play, because you don't know what has happened before or after leading up to a particular event, you know, because things are on a continuum, whereas like if I am 30 years old and I've done nothing with my life, according to everyone else on the planet, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to do nothing for the rest of my life. It just means that I've done nothing up until this particular point. And I still may be one of the greatest of all times, and now my potential has been capped because of other people's opinions. Let's see if I can get away with not touching the ball. Ah, damn it. Right now, I want to show you just how position can have an effect on players. So, like, I know that they're less likely to shoot the ball if I'm right here, right? So I knew he was going to try to pass to me because I put my car over there, right? Sorry, I gotta save it. No! Epic fail. My bad. And I'm feeling good. No, 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 no. Oh, look, everyone thought I was going to go for it, and I didn't. Oh, look, Black just decided, hey, I'm born in 2001. I am now 22 years old. My brain works today. No, it doesn't. God, when I thought I was an adult at that age, then I became an adult at my age. And I'm pretty sure I'll become an adult at other ages too. Oh, look at that wisdom. Goated. Alright, now we're going to distract some players. Nice shot. That's how you know you're in a very skilled league. Hey! Oh, goodness. Oh! Get it! There we go. Oh, a platinum player at this rank. No, he bumped me. That's fine. Who was that? Matt 10, a GHMU. Who comes up with this stuff? Who influenced this kid, man? Come on. Come on. Aw, so messed up right there. Alright, let's mess with this goalie. I tried to get it back to you, man. That's in. Jeez. Well. That was my fault, right? I think so. I think that classified as my fault right there. For those in chat, I can see you. I'm just not going to engage with you. That right there, that's a good play. If you have never stopped a ball with the underside of your car, I recommend doing it. It is a good way to slow the ball down. I do it all the time. It's an advanced move that I hardly ever see. Ah, goofed the shot. My bad. That was gonna go in too. I don't know if I got stopped in midair or something. All right, we're gonna go for my my kickoff, which is you go on the outside, and well, I guess it doesn't always work. But I like to go on the outside of the ball, not the inside. Inside being more in proximity to the net, outside being away from the net. So if you're on the left-hand side, you go on the left way around. If you're on the right-hand side, you go on the right way around. And the reason why you do that is because you're going to be able to tell more fine-tune for yourself, because it is like everyone is experienced in kickoffs because everyone does them all the time, right? But when you get to some of the more advanced plays, you're going to see people who do like a form of a stutter, which is like you're going to drive your car forward and kind of slow down and stop, right? You're going to kind of like fake, or maybe even fake offs happen, which is like you drive at the ball and then veer off right towards the end. Happens all the time. But when you drive your car around to the side, the way I do, and I kind of invented this kickoff. I'm left-handed, so it's kind of like a southpaw kickoff, right? So when you do that, you're going to be able to tell the exact distance that a car is, and then you're going to flick into it, or flip into it rather. And that will allow you to have an immense amount of control over the play. Took a demo, that was good. Got me out of the play, got me back to boost. Got possession over the ball in terms of keeping it in the corner, you know, because I don't really care who's touching it or whatever. That guy shouldn't have bumped me. Again, that right there is aggressiveness that didn't need to play out, but that's okay. You know, you're gonna find that a lot of times in these lower ranks, which is aggressiveness that is just like what I did there, which is like chasey behavior. And when you chase, you're often left with an open play, right? So me, right now, I'm taking positioning as a form of a playstyle tactic, which is, you know, at a loss to me because I'm one of the better players. Just because I get scored on doesn't make me less of a better player. I'm a team player, allowing my other teammates to make those plays for me, right? And that's honestly, like, if you want to demonstrate that you are a good team player, you should allow your team to have control over the ball. Come on, you wanted to dunk that, didn't you? Come on, someone dunk that, would you? Alright. Look at the chasing behavior that's happening with that fracking. Am I doing a Road to Grand Champ? No. I'm not pursuing rank anymore. I'm basically a grand champ. Just never really dedicated myself to it. I got to C3, D4, but it just takes a lot of time. And I always did it solo queue. So to me, oh, nice block. To me, a solo queue is more difficult than queuing with friends. Because queuing with friends, you can communicate, you can do a whole bunch of stuff, right? So I know in my heart I'm better than the rank that is given to me. But I don't care because I've played so much Rocket League. It's not about that. To me, it's just about having a good time and watching opponents. Ooh, look at that play! Lovely. Ah, really? That's gonna be a shot. No! See? Ah! I didn't have boost to drive up the wall. Alright, whatever. Alright, you want me to try? I'll try. I'll give it the good old demigod effort. But the problem is I'm going to have a whole bunch of people chasing me to also get in on that demigod effort, and it's quite annoying. Yep, see? Feeling the pressure from my other teammates, even though they shouldn't be in that position. Yeah. That's alright. I guess I can't show demigod effort all days or all the time, but do we forfeit? It is sportsman. Oh, we already had a player leave. Oh no, I got a call coming in. We're gonna put that on mute because I just don't care. We will forfeit though. Sorry, I got some things going on in my life. I find it funny, so like if you want to look at the modalities again, I love touching on this, but you see how both of these players forfeited, right? They asked for a forfeit. There's 2 out of 3. And then after one of these players abandons, I go, okay, well, I obviously have upset them, you know, right? So if I've upset them and then I forfeit and it's 1 out of 2, I find it very interesting because whereas the guy forfeited once, he's not willing to forfeit again. So that tells me that he had some sort of cardinal feeling that made him want to quit, and then he's remaining in a fixed position because now that I have not quit, he's making the decision that he's not going to quit. So now all of a sudden, his forfeit just became a little stinker move, and he didn't stick to his guns with the forfeit, which I find just that. I mean, this kind of behavior happens every day. Like emotions are like the ocean, where everyone's got them, and the tank is full of water. And everyone's just scooping out water as if there's like no meaning to emotions, and you can make no meaning to emotions by backing it up with the things that you have already done. If you are upset, you need to be upset, okay? And then there's going to be people who will try to make you not upset, right? But if you remain upset, that's going to show that the feelings you have are not fleeting, right? So, you know, and I see this time and time again, and a lot of people are not comfortable in emotions, and that is why they will do their hardest to get you out of that emotion sometimes, right? or try to change your emotion in some way. And you know, even like, and if you're, let's say, a film director, sometimes changing people's emotions can give you different results, which are good, right? But if you're looking for like the small nuances of someone's emotions, and like if you want someone angry and to see how that anger plays out on screen, that's you know where we get into like actors with the roles that are consistent. You know, like how do you let's say, you know, the difference between Al Pacino and Alan Rickman. You know, Alan is deceased, but he had the ability to transform characters and be someone that was not him. And versus Al Pacino, you know, if he'll ever get away from being classified as the baddie, is beyond me. Right? Right here, I demonstrated why you do not want to aim the ball towards the goal. If you're constantly pushing the ball towards the goal and not driving the ball to the side of the goal, then you're never going to be able to take those shots. And I made an unstoppable shot, and now these guys don't even want to play with me, and I'm not even paying attention to the game. But you know, compare the last games that I've had where my other teammates were chasing a little bit more. It's definitely nice to have teammates that aren't gonna bother me when I go for my plays. I'm gonna just hold that player in the position that he's in. Took him out of the game. There we go. Like that sound? I like that sound. That's me banging two coffee cups on one another. I like that sound. That sounds cool. Whoa! So I haven't mentioned this in my little video spiel here yet. Even though I'm going to be doing what a lot of people do and saying the same things over and over again. Oh, lovely. I love that play. What a nice play that was, wasn't it? A little nice save. Okay, so what I haven't talked about is people's communicating abilities. So you can really mess with people if you... Good luck, have fun. So you can really mess with people if you just say, you know, some things. You can get people into chat wars. You know, like if you're me, and let's say, sorry, I need that, not you. Okay, well that was a horrible play by me. So yeah, I guess we can talk about communication, right? So communication is how do you communicate to your teammates that you are a viable teammate? Well, you do so by you can communicate, and communicating will also stump a lot of people because they won't have the ability to play and communicate at the same time. It's just a fact. People don't practice that skill set, right? Again, you don't need boost because I can just flip my way to success. So how do you communicate more? Well, a lot of people, I mean, you got to watch your communicating abilities, because like if you start spamming stuff, people aren't going to take you as seriously, right? Just not because you're wrong, but just because you're spamming, you know. And, you know, that's why Rocket League has a timeout function, right? But you can use it to your abilities. Stinker. I'm going to say stinker. And that's going to upset them now. We'll see what happens. It's only 2-0. I don't think they're going to get upset by it. I could have said other things, and maybe that would have been a little bit more effective. You know, and I have to be careful about what I say, right? Because I don't want to get in trouble. Nope, you can't have boost. I'm going to be careful about taking his boost. That might have helped him a little bit more. I'm going to stay here. I don't want to chase this ball all the way back. Because my hope would be that it comes back to me, right? I got boost. Ball is now midway. Haven't moved. Oh, I stole his boost. Now he couldn't make the save. Little small things like that. You know, if you decide, hey, I'm going to take myself out of the play and I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to grab boost for a minute. I mean, those are life impacting changes, you know. And I say that in real life too, you know, like you have to understand mental health is a big priority, and if you're treating people poorly and people are treating you poorly, that's not a very fun time. So you have to learn to kind of take care of yourself, even at the expense of others sometimes. Well, that was a whiff, kind of intentionally, I guess. That cardinal in me made me want to get that thing going. Okay, I'm not going to play bouncy wall over here. Okay. Well, I tried to give him a good save, and he didn't want to take it. He almost got there. Never drive up the wall unless you have to. Like, I always launch myself at the wall. Let's see if I can show you an example. So, nice bump. There we go. I knew that was gonna happen. So, like, when you use your boost and you launch yourself at the ball, when you use boost and launch yourself at the wall to hit the ball, if you use, your trigonometry, you know that the hypotenuse is the shortest distance between 2 points, right? So that's why you want to not drive up the wall, because you're actually losing out on time. And this can be said for your goals as well, and your plan, your objective in life. Hey, I can play around. I don't care. I find it funny because my ability to understand things is crazy. Like, this guy, Aiden McPherson or something, he says in chat, I like it. And I instantly know that means that he doesn't like it. And the reason being is because people will often say the thing that they need to say to get them to appear as if they are polite or conscientious of someone else, when in reality they're actually telling. Oh, close one. They're actually telling the thing that they want is always, like, the thing that they say is typically the opposite of what they have. So, like, this guy says hello to me, and I look at that like, looks to me as if he's trying to get some attention. So he's really singing to himself. Hang on, I'm gonna get some food in me because it's now afternoon time and I haven't had anything to eat, but I'll still talk on the mic. So hold on 1 second. Okay, so, like, if I were to say, I love you, does that mean I love you? And the real answer to that is no. What I love you means is I'm done with the conversation. I say this, and other people say this all the time. I love you is a formality used at the end of a conversation. So if you can recognize that kind of behavior, then you'll know that you don't actually mean to spread love. You are saying that I actually don't love you because I don't want to hang out with you. I love you. Goodbye. So things are usually the opposite of what they are. And then you have to go like, well, that really breaks down my reality. Yeah, it does. It will destroy you because you'll be looking at the world in opposite land. Like, we could talk about these pigeons that keep flying around my house. You would think, why are there more pigeons than doves, white doves? Well, the reason is because people like doves. Doves look cool and cute, and therefore they are captured. But pigeons are ugly vermins. They're gross, and that's why they're around, because they're so bad. No one wants to do anything about it. And we enjoy the filth that we sit in. Because filth to us is how we value ourselves more. If our outside world was perfect, we wouldn't have such inflated egos and have a competition of life. Like, here's another one. I know that there's a couple astrology channels that I watch, and they're very talented, and they like to talk a lot. And I realize that people who like to talk a lot, they really just want to be talked to. That's all it is. I got my cereal I'm eating here. Me, I'm a nice guy. So, I see a young player. I see a young player who does a good move that I appreciate, and I want to give him a compliment to reaffirm his abilities. Oh, what a save. Okay, I'm not chasing this. Well, you made a really hard save for our teammate there, buddy, with that pass. Not a very good shot right there. I know I'm not in a very good league because the plays that are happening are quite foolish. Yep. Actually didn't expect that guy on the other side. That was a good play by his part. Oh, he didn't. Ugh. Nice shot. Need boost. What a save. What a save. I had to call him out for his stuff. Look at me stealing boost. Oh. Now look where I'm at in accordance to the play. All the way on the offensive position. Almost got there too. You could have just... Nice shot. Great pass. Wow. Normally in a higher league I would have complimented that because there would have been a defender to stop that shot from going in, but in this case this guy was low rank, didn't see that there's no defender, and he wanted to clear it when he didn't have to. Let that other guy go for the boost, draws him away from the ball. Okay, look at that. Guy's chasing the Alan Martin, or whatever his name is, Martiz. He's chasing the ball a little bit. Nice shot. That was a close one. Oh, you gotta dunk it when you dunk it, man. Jeez. It was a close one. All right. Well, I think I'm done. I think I'm done with Rocket League for a minute. I hope you learned some life advice or something from this. I know that I didn't learn jack shit because I'm already aware of all this and deserve to get paid because life promotes fallacies, and it's kind of bullshit. Like, people want to help people in order to hurt other people at the expense of other people just because they perceive themselves as better. It's all about perception, isn't it? Anyways, okay. That's all for now. Thank you.